Do you want to look and also feel younger? Chances are you probably do, because who doesn't, right? We work with a lot of women and speak to a lot of women every single day who desire to look 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 years younger than they actually are. They want people to come up and be like, "I can't believe you're 45. I can't believe you're 55. I can't believe you're 62." Right? In this video, I'm going to share 5 key things that we have our clients do and focus on that makes them look younger without having to do Botox. My name is Bo Murley. I'm the CEO of Bo Murley Fitness. And for the last 8+ years, we have coached over 3,000 busy professional women inside our coaching program. And they step away in a short period of time looking great, feeling great, and living their best life. And I want to preface this by saying I have nothing against, Botox or med spas or skincare routines and all of that. I think it's important, but we speak to a lot of women every single day who go there first to try to look younger and remain and having their vitality, and they forget about the key foundational things that make all the difference in the world. All right. So the first thing is, number one, eating high quality, nutritious food. And again, a lot of these are going to be very simple, but I think sometimes you need those simple reminders, right? But when you have a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, you tend to feel bloated. It causes your body to retain a lot of water. Sugar long term isn't great for your skin. So when we have clients who are eating, higher quality nutrient dense food, that makes a huge difference. Second one is moving your body. Walking, getting steps in, having hobbies that are active like kayaking, playing pickleball, things like that. Just moving your body consistently and identifying as very fit and active woman makes all the difference in the world. The third thing is lifting weights. And a couple of these I'm going to expand a little bit more, because a lot of people understand like lifting weights and having strength, especially as a woman as you age, is important. But here's why. As you get older, we have a lot of women that come to us where maybe they don't have necessarily a lot of weight to lose, but they have the bad arms, they have some cellulite, they're getting a little saggy, and that just happens. But as you get older, you lose that a little bit of that elasticity with the skin, so things start to sag a little bit, and they don't like how they look, and it makes them look older, right? I cannot stress the importance of lifting weights at least 2, 3, ideally 3 times a week or more. All of the women that we work with, we have some type of resistance training in place where they're lifting weights, and we focus in on progressive overload, where they're increasing the volume that they lift and also their strength at the same time, ideally. And when you're looking at like toning up and the bat wings and tighten up your skin, when you build muscle, it really helps with the elasticity of your skin, so you don't have that loose skin, that hanging skin. And again, you age, that's how God wanted it. But like at the same time, like a lot of women who look younger than they are, they do lift weights. And we notice in our clients when they come in on day 1 and we look at them in day 90, day 120, or some of our next level clients who've been with us for a couple of years, it's amazing the elasticity of their skin when they're dropping weight, how it tightens up more naturally, and they end up looking younger. The fourth thing is hydration. Again, very simple. I'm not the first person or probably the last that will tell you the importance of drinking water. But when we bring in a woman who struggles with water intake and we start to hold her accountable and we set, daily specific goals and reminders throughout the day to stay hydrated, just, drink pure water. What a difference that makes in staying hydrated, because, your skin and just your body overall is like 93% water. So it's very important to stay hydrated, and just getting plenty of water in makes all the difference in the world as far as vitality and looking young. All right. You've probably seen people that are like super dehydrated, or like, which we'll get into my fifth point here, but like, with drinking and stuff, and it dehydrates you, and you can just kind of tell in their face and in their body, and it just doesn't look great. So staying hydrated is very important. The fifth one that I'll expand on here a little bit too is cutting or eliminating alcohol. I'm not saying you can't have some drinks here and there, but this is probably the one that I have the most personal experience in, because the other 4 categories I've remained pretty consistent for 15, 20 plus years at this point. But for some of you who have watched videos on my channel before, about 2 years ago now, I just decided like to quit alcohol cold turkey. I just realized, like, again, I don't want to over dramatize this. I never had a problem. But like a lot of people, I mean, I had a couple drinks on Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, fun day on the weekend. And I just realized I was kind of using it as a way to escape and, shelf stress and anxiousness, unmade decisions, all the things on my plate for a little bit and temporarily to escape that. And I've always been self-aware, and I just realized, like, hey, this isn't making things better, it's making it worse. So it just started with 30 days, and then here we are almost two years later. And I cannot tell you, out of all the things that I've done, but like giving up alcohol completely, I've been, over the last year, I've probably been told that I look younger more times in the last like year or so than I ever have been in my entire life. I was out to Vegas earlier this year, and I still like the taste of beer. I'll drink some NA beers. I actually went and ordered an NA beer when I was out in Vegas for my birthday earlier this year. And this woman, the cocktail waitress, came up to me and she's like, I know it's an NA, but I still have to ID you. You look pretty young. And I was like, I'm actually out here celebrating my 35th birthday. And she's like, and I had it when I shave, I look even younger, and I was clean shaven. And she's like, no way. She's like, I figured you're probably over 21, but I wasn't 100% sure. I probably assume you were like early mid 20s, maybe 24, 25. She's like, I would never guess in a million years you were 35 years old. And because I'm consistent with the other four that I mentioned, people have told me I look younger than I actually am for quite some time, but it's been a huge difference. I promise you, in the last year and a half since giving up alcohol, especially when I shave my face, how many times I've been told I look, much younger than I actually am when people ask me, my age for whatever reason. Because obviously alcohol dehydrates you. I mean, it raises stress and cortisol. Like, again, I don't need to go on a long-winded rant, but cutting out alcohol for my skin and just how I look and the glow, it makes a huge difference. You've probably seen those things on Facebook, Instagram, with people that, have an alcohol problem, and when they get sober, how much better that they look. I mean, it's amazing. And again, I'm not standing up on my pedestal saying like alcohol is terrible, blah, blah, blah. But if you do have this goal of like looking younger is more important than catching a buzz 3 or 4 times a week, then I would seriously consider, really limiting alcohol to maybe once a month, special occasions, just have a couple drinks, nothing at all wrong with that. I'm just an all or nothing person. So when I quit, I'm like, I'm just gonna give it up, type of person. Or if you do decide to be like me and eliminate it completely, I promise you in like 30, 60, 90 days, you will really see a difference in your appearance and how you look. And obviously it helps you with your health and fitness. It's easier to drop weight. When you don't drink, you tend to make, better food decisions, and you get better workouts in, right? So like all these can kind of be, correlated together. But as far as looking younger and feeling younger, like cutting out alcohol for me, and because I'm very vocal about, that I haven't drank in 2 years, like we have women who come into our programs who cut it out completely as well. And they tell me, we see their review forms and speak to them on a daily basis, and how much younger that they look after 30, 60 days, especially if they were drinking, 2, 3, 4 times a week, like a lot of people do. When they cut it out, it's incredible how much younger that they look in such a relatively short period of time. So again, it's a personal decision, but like if you're trying to look younger, cutting or eliminating out completely for at least a period of time and see how it goes, like I did. And then, here we are 2 years later almost. So again, I just share these things because I see, even for me, advertising like all these, creams and Botoxes and med spas, they pop up at every corner, just, with injections and promise to looking young. And like, again, I have nothing against those things. Like, you do you in life, whatever floats your boat. But like, think of the foundational things first. I've done this a long time. I've done it both for me personally. We worked with over 3,000 plus women inside our coaching program. And I promise you, like, if you're looking for the fountain of youth, if you can do those 5 things consistently, take care of that foundation first and make sure you're consistent there and doing everything you can naturally. And then if you want to take things to the next level and consider those alternative type things, go for it. But like, eat right, high quality, nutritious food, move your body, steps, activity, just we want our women that we work with in our program to identify as very fit and active women. Like, we want them to not only work out consistently, but also, play pickleball, play golf, play tennis, go for hikes. It makes a huge, huge difference. 3, lift weights. 4, stay hydrated. 5, cut back or eliminate alcohol completely. And I promise you, if you do those 5 things, like we have our, clients tend to do at least 4 of them, 5, the alcohol is kind of their personal choice. But when they do those things, not only are they dropping weight, but we see women in their progress photos like 30, 60, 90 days. They look so much younger. They have this glow that you can't describe. And for many of you that want to look younger, like, those core things are the fountain of youth. That's 80, 90% of looking younger. People that look young that in real life, I guarantee you they take care of themselves. They eat right. They move their body. They stay hydrated. They don't, party every weekend or drink, 3 or 4 nights a week. Right. So that said, again, I know these are very simple things, and this isn't the first time that you heard it. But I think sometimes in life we need those simple reminders to say, hey, look, he's right. Like, I've been going, like, I need to lose weight. I need to make my health and fitness a priority. And if you do that, it's amazing how much younger you will look and how much younger you will feel before you decide to go to the new med spa in town. So hopefully that was beneficial and a good reminder. We'll see you on the next one.